The bees start swarming them. You can't stop us. You can't block us. Rock.
I'm Joe Tessitore alongside Teddy Atlas, and we welcome you to the Metro Manila Arena here in the Philippines for tonight's main event. 10 rounds of heavyweights between these two great warriors. Introducing first, fighting in the low corner, Urbina Mendoza. His adversary, fighting out of the red corner, Rose. We went over the rules in the dressing room. Let's have a good, clean fight. Touch him up. Everybody's been waiting for these two to meet up. Now they do, as round one is underway. During your training career, is this the type of matchup that you liked when you had a power puncher facing another power puncher?
No, I hated it. I never wanted to fight a big banger. I wanted to be the only guy in that ring that brought that to the party.
Hey, nothing wrong with a little showboating by Mendoza. Here's one for you now, he says, right back with the left hand. Mendoza's showing that he's got some defense of his own. He got away from that punch. It is a seesaw battle early on here. Amazing stuff out of these two. Firing off the uppercuts. Great exchange. Oh, he took some damage, but he gave some back with the right hand. Protecting his head well with his guard. Well, the end of the round is upon us. And oh boy, we need to catch our breath ourselves.
Now these guys are not shy about introducing themselves. They came right out at the beginning. They said hello with punches, punches and bunches.
Great exchanges we've seen so far. Blocks the headshot. Must be the punch of the day. Both guys bringing home uppercuts. What does a fighter need to do to really build the foundation to a great career?
Well, first of all, they have to have the desire to have that great career. There has to be something in them. There has to be coal in that furnace to burn and to burn later on. Maybe something happened to them in their life. Maybe through their parents, maybe through neighbors, maybe through coaches. Somebody told them they were never going to make it. And they go in their mind that they're going to find a way to make those people walk. That is my favorite punch there is. A
forceful uppercut by Rhodes. Oh, and there you go. A rousing left hand by Rhodes. Holy cow! Mendoza's hit flush by a right hand. He took a shot, but he came back with a right hand of his own. Mendoza's statistics really shine in that last round. You can see that he was able to land more punches than his opponent. Now, it's not black and white. You land more punches, you win the round. But in this case, I do think he's up on the scorecards based on that round.
Yeah, I believe he is too. You know, you're looking at it, and you just feel that he's got control of the pace, the tempo. You know, he's winning the fight, but there's a risk there because he's starting to throw a lot of punches, sometimes a little carelessly. That's going to leave him a little bit open to a counter.
Rose is coming up with the answers, avoiding that punch. Good defense, just covering up down low. Oh, he just misses with that headshot. Coming to the halfway point of this third round. Wow! Superb right hand lands home by Rhodes. It's been 2 minutes of non-stop action. Now the final minute has arrived. Good block there by Rhodes. As we come to the end of the round, Joe and Teddy with you ringside. Teddy, that's one of those rounds where I wonder what were the judges looking for, because it's tough to kind of draw a line between those two fighters.
Yeah, very close, but one of those rounds where you could steal it. You did a little bit more in those last 30, 20 seconds. Maybe that's the impression the judges are left with.
We just have not seen the big shots from this guy. He is not throwing the power punches, Teddy. What would you say to him?
Well, first of all, I would say to him, what do you think, that he's going to make a deal with you? If you don't hit him hard, he won't hit you hard? No, it doesn't work like that, my friend. He's going to get confidence now. He's going to take advantage of this.
Mendoza's doing nicely on the inside. Rose is not having things go his way tonight, but there's one easy explanation for it. He's barely moving. He's just stationary there.
And his opponent's taking great advantage of that. He's coming in, he's finding them, he's giving them angles. You know, I think part of it is frustration. He's not moving because he's being kept off balance, and right now he's just not thinking right.
Rose has got some swelling that's now starting to show. What a fight. What a great, non-stop action fight this has been. A well-targeted hook landed by Rhodes. Rhodes has got to understand where he is right now in this fight. He'd be delusional to think that this is a close fight. He's down.
Yeah, and I don't think I'm delusional, and I have him down. But the thing right now is he's got to roll those dice. He has to really gamble if he's going to get back in charge of this fight.
As another round gets underway, it gets us thinking, how much more of this will we see? Hard to envision this fight going the distance with how lopsided it's been. Hitting his mark there going upstairs. Rose is learning a lesson here that you don't want to learn, and that is no head movement means you're going to take shots to the head.
Well, Customato used to tell me, if you don't move your head, guess what? The other guy will move it for you. Right now, the other guy is moving his head for him.
Painfully so. Mendoza is doing very nicely on the outside here in this fight. And now the ref gets involved and warns him for headbutting. Nice block by Rhodes. Almost out of it there. He was stunned. Mendoza's coming off a stellar performance in the first half of this fight. He may make this short from here on out. I don't know if it's going the distance.
Well, he has the ability. He has it in his control to do that. Right now, he just has to sit down on his punches a tiny bit more.
Rose's conditioning is not serving him well at all. What does he have to be conscious of here, Teddy? Because I think his gas tank is nearly empty.
Well, what he has to be conscious of now is to control what he can control. There's no gas stations. I don't see any around. Do you, Joe?
No.
So he's not going to get more petrol. He has to slow the pace of the fight down. Make it a slower fight where he can survive.
He takes a shot, but comes back with a crushing power punch. Well done by Rhodes. Wow! Mendoza's armor penetrated that time with a hook to the body. This is great stuff. I mean, great stuff. Bringing it every which way they are.
Joe, you remember the time you were on a vacation, you saw that perfect sunset?
Oh, yeah.
It was just beautiful. This is beautiful.
It is unbelievable how this fight is being fought. Both guys unwilling to stop. One guy goes at it, the other guy meets him punch for punch.
Well, you've heard it before. You've heard the term used, one day at a time to deal with something very difficult. Well, this is one round at a time. That is the only way these fighters, these warriors, could deal with this kind of pace.
Takes one, gives one. The right hand scores well. Mendoza's doing an extraordinary job of never giving his opponent the chance to get back in this fight. Just like we saw in that last round there, he's way up on your scorecard.
Yeah, I have way up, and more importantly, you touched on it. It's the kind of fight he wants. You know, it's in his element. It's sort of in his pool, so to speak, his waters. You know, it's an outside fight. It's a jabbing fight. Everything he likes.
Protecting his head well with his guard. And a big left hand by Rhodes. Mendoza's just being smart on the outside. Mendoza's got a real acquired skill here, and that is the ability to pick your shots and land them.
So you hear the saying when people say, do you know what time it is? You have to know what time it is. He knows what time it is. He knows when to throw a certain punch.
And he's holding. Making predictions in boxing is often a dangerous task, but I'll make one right here that seems pretty obvious to me as we come to the end of that round here. This fight is going to be a brutal display as long as it lasts.
It's kind of like going and watching that home run contest. Nobody's trying to hit singles or doubles. You know they're all going for the fences.